Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Alex Krassyuk. It's been a while, Alex. You do this all the time. The fight weeks happen, we see a lot of you, then you go into your shell and just disappear.
True. I received a lot of requests for the interviews, but I must admit, I just turned them down. Sometimes you have no energy, because giving an interview means you share your energy with people. Sometimes you have to stay focused, stay with your kids, more inside, do some work over here and here. That's why you need that energy for. Because next time when you come to the boxing fight or to any business affair that you have, only you are responsible for what's gonna happen. That's why you have to be smart, distributing the energy. But you know, you are our brother, and you are here in London, and we are here in London, and it's a shame that I cannot spend some time with you.
I respect that, and that means a lot that you're sharing your energy with me, so appreciate that. So let's jump into the boxing and all the business side of things, and people love hearing your opinions and views. The first thing I want to ask you is, obviously you as a team, you've been in with Alex like from day one. You know, you shared this dream and vision to win everything, and you did it. You completed the journey when he beat Tyson, won all the belts, and I said to him earlier, he won all the amateur golds, undisputed in two weight divisions. What was it like when you went back home, when you just sat down at home, turned the TV off with your family, just looking up, thinking about what just happened?
Nothing happens. You just came back to your normal life. Some people ask me, oh, so how you feel like a promoter of the double undisputed? I feel the same. We do our job. We receive the result. We celebrate the result, and then we come back to normal life.
But what he did was amazing, and I know he's also your friend as well. You have a close bond, so it's not just a business relationship. So maybe as Alex the friend, how did Alex the friend feel?
Happy. But it was not anything surprising for us. We expected this victory. We worked hard for this victory. And this victory was the result of a very precise plan, long-term plan. And here it comes. Of course, there were some circumstances. Usually there are some circumstances that can spoil the result. But we, this time, within 10 years, we've been building our relationships. We've been building our cooperation inside the team. And coming to this fight, we came at our best shape, best energy, best combination of best cooperation inside, and it worked like a mechanism. So the result was predictable for us. There were chances that we can lose, of course, because this is why people go to buy ticket and watch boxing. But here, you have it here.
One of the big things that came from the win, the aftermath, Alexander decided to just disappear. He went to LA to film for a movie, but he decided to stay quite low-key. It's okay, I can drown it out. And so did you. Because a lot of people, when you win like that, they want to be in front of the cameras, in front of the TV screens, show people what we've achieved. But you guys just disappeared.
But we showed what we achieved. Then just enjoying the fame, the glory. All the glory belongs to God. So we devote our results to Him, because everything we achieve because of Him. So there is no actually space to enjoy this and to, to get satisfaction from it. We did our job. We did it properly. We got the result. We got some small portion of recognition. And here it comes. Then you come back to your normal life, to your normal work. You have a lot of things that you postponed while being concentrated on the fight. You have some other businesses to do. You have to spend time with your family, with your kids. You have to talk to your parents. You You have to make some, business, to do some investments, some just day-to-day things. And when you do those things, you become a home man. And when you're a home man, you don't feel like you want to go outside, talk to media, be on the screens, make some sensational speeches or whatever. Now I feel, when we came to London, I feel we will come out of our shell this time, and we will have to talk, because you cannot you cannot stay you cannot stay in shadow, being on the same side with Usyk.
What you described there, when people say they are humble, you understand the meaning of being humble? What you said there basically describes being humble. Victory.
We've been practicing it for so long, being humble. The one who is humble has at least the right to be prized. It doesn't mean there is a guarantee he will be prized by the Lord, but there is one certainty: if you are not humble, you will definitely not be prized. On the other hand, this is the mindset. Being humble, it's not like acting or putting pressure on yourself. It's just being normal.
And we spoke about the win over Tyson the day after the fight in the hotel. So I'm not going to talk too much about the fight, but a lot of the politics that have happened after the fight, the big thing was the belt. How much of a did you guys try and hold on to that belt? Because it seemed like you guys wanted to keep it, and then out of nowhere, Alexander put up a video basically saying you have the belt. So tell me, what you as a team, what was going on before that decision was made?
We didn't have objective to keep the belts for as long as it's possible. This is number one. Number two, we gave in writing, we gave our approval to IBF that after this fight happens, and if Usyk becomes undisputed, we will either have obligation to fight the mandatory, or if we have other obligation in front of Tyson Fury, then we have to relinquish the title. So that was something that was agreed with IBF long time before. And that's what actually made this fight possible, the big fight. And if we gave our word, we normally keep it. So after he became the undisputed, we approached IBF to study what's the latest status on the regulation is. And we were informed that IBF is willing to force the mandatory. So as long as this happened, Usyk went on the media and released this belt instead of being stripped, instead of staying in some lawsuits or fighting, officially fighting. We don't need this. He has completed the assignment. He has become the undisputed heavyweight champion. Now, mission completed. Now you can stamp it like it is on a shelf for the boxing history. But here comes next page. Usyk doesn't want to stop. He wants new accomplishments. It doesn't mean he's thirsty for fame or glory. It means that he wants, after he achieved the goal, he puts on the new one and he wants to move ahead at the different one. We have the rematch should happen end of December, subject to Tyson Fury again, and of course to the Lord. We are now staying focused on other things out of boxing, and very soon, probably in 1 month, the time comes. We're gonna come back to the training camp. We're gonna come back to media work. We're gonna come back to all the business issues inside, and we're gonna continue getting ourselves prepared for the rematch.
Alex said earlier on, Alexander, that I don't know if he was joking about doing more things, maybe going to cruiserweight, doing bare knuckle, even UFC, all these kind of things. But you, as his manager, promoter, should I say, you've been part of his journey all the way through. So you kind of make the decisions for him and present them to him. So can you give us a realistic answer? What do you think will happen, say, 2 years from now? What will Alexander Usyk be doing?
The thing is that I'm not making decisions on his behalf, and everything we do together. So we have ideas, we discuss the ideas, we accept the ideas, we create the plan, then we follow the plan. Now we are in discussions. Our stage is discussion. Number one checkpoint is December 21. After we complete the first checkpoint, we're gonna decide what we do. Should we release all the belts? Should we continue defending the belts? Should we go down in weight? Should we try some exhibition fights? Should we go to bare knuckle or to UFC or to whatever? Or maybe to WWE, or maybe start career in Hollywood, which he has already started. This is subject for discussion. Now, in the times we are living, it's so fast changing. You cannot predict what's gonna happen tomorrow. So making predictions for 2 years is too complicated for me.
Fair question, fair answer. On the actual fight now, there's a lot of things that have come from the fight. One of the big talking points was people talking about Tyson Fury's corner work, saying there was too many voices, saying Sugar Hill, John Fury and Andy Lee, they were giving different instructions. That's what people are saying. Have you watched that, and do you think that made a difference?
Yeah, but this is not the first time it happened. It happened before. The reason why Tyson Fury was victorious in the previous fights is just himself, because he was fighting, well, let's say not that kind of guy as Usyk is, but on the other hand, you must give him credit. He has enough knowledge here and enough power here. He's a strong fighter, one of the strongest in the history of boxing. So no matter what are the voices behind him, he feels like 100% sure he will complete the mission. But when it comes to a fight where you have overcome yourself, go beyond the limit, this is where the voice behind gives you 1% or maybe 0.5% of something that gives you the advantage. And this should be a very professional one voice of a man who you trust, the man who you treat like your mentor, like your teacher, someone with huge authority for you. And this man shouldn't scream. He can, like, remember Emmanuel Stewart to Vladimir Klitschko. He was saying simple things, but he was watching in his eyes and he was putting things in order here and here. He could speak about some things that were not connected to boxing, but he was putting things in order, and that's what the fighter needs. And in critical situation, you see, Alexander Usyk has his recipe, has his the cross prayer. That's the point where his focus comes to one point. And with Tyson, he was misconcentrated, as he normally is. This is the result of the discipline.
Do you think it could be a situation where, because we saw Tyson in bad moments in the Wilder fights, but nobody, because he had 3 coaches then as well. One of the fights he had Ricky Hatton, Ben Davison and Freddie Roach. Obviously, I don't know how the corner work did that night, but either way it worked. Do you think maybe it's just a case of, because he lost, people look for reasons or create reasons? Because Tyson hasn't said this himself.
But he was winning. He was winning the fights with Deontay Wilder. He was not losing, and that's why the atmosphere in the corner was calm, because they saw what.
Even after like the knockdowns in the second fight.
Even in but come on, when the knockdowns, you don't know whether it's a knockdown or a knockout. If it's a knockout, that there is no reason to shout. If it's a knockdown, then give credit to Tyson that he got up. But it does not decide. Whatever you shout, it doesn't decide anything. But here, when it comes to a chess party, and you see that in this part he's losing, here he's losing, here is his advantage, and he doesn't use it enough. And you see it from the corner, and you want to share this with him, but you see it from your own perspective, and three men see it from three own perspectives, but there should be only one man, and this man is the one Tyson Fury has to appoint. But I'm not talking on his behalf. I'm talking from my perspective. I'm not claiming I'm right, but for me it seemed that it's a result of the lack of discipline.
What is next for Alexander post Tyson Fury? Because there's all sorts of talk. Let's just say we'll put a scenario if he wins. If he beats Tyson in the rematch, there's talk of a Joshua trilogy. Joshua's team, his new team, are adamant they want that rematch. They feel they can change it. What do you want? What kind of, are you just going to wait after the fight?
Well, Anthony Joshua was talking about the third fight. He's a great champ. He changed a lot since 2 fights with Usyk. We've seen him going down and seen him rising up. It's also a complicated fight to make. I tell you why. Because now we are on a different levels. When the first fight, Usyk was almost no name, and Anthony Joshua was a massive star here in the UK. After he beat him twice, Anthony Joshua still remains a massive star here, no matter what. So this fight might be something that attracts attention of the whole world. On the other hand, if we decide to earn money, then we can probably go for AJ for some, I don't know, 200,000 million, 200 million, 200,000 million is 2 billion. That's a little bit too much. But okay, let's stay with that.
You want 2 billion to fight AJ in a trilogy?
No.
Realistically.
No. 200,000 per second, how much is gonna be? 240? No, it's again too much. Okay, let's stay with 200 million. That's seem easier to realize.
Okay. So, yeah, from what I'm picking up from what you're saying, is that you're saying because in the first 2 fights, AJ, I'm assuming, got the bigger paydays because he was a bigger star maybe. Now that Usyk's the champion, are you saying negotiating table has to maybe move around?
I'm not talking on anyone's behalf. We are happy if our opponents are happy, and if they receive some huge amounts that they are satisfied with. For us, it makes us more happy. We don't want to get in someone else's business. If we are happy with what we achieved, what we agreed, then everything else stays out of our sight.
Can I get your opinion on Joshua versus Dubois? How do you see that fight going? This is also a prediction for the Ready to Fight app, which people can download. It's backed by your team. So just tell us a bit of a prediction in about a minute.
Anthony Joshua is the favorite in this fight. I would give him 75 to 25. And the reason for that is not because Dubois is weak. We've seen Dubois. But Dubois' skills are limited, and Dubois' experience is limited. The only guy he actually fought of elite was Alexander Usyk. Well, he fought Joe Joyce. Was not probably the best fight of his, right? But he has big heart. He has very good trainer, a man who knows how to inspire. And of course he has chances. But talking theoretically, theoretically means boxing wise, talking the theory of boxing, AJ has advantage on almost each point, except age.
Just a hypothetical question. I know His Excellency Turkey is wanting the AJ Tyson Fury fight to happen sometime next year. If it happens, from the two experiences you've now had with AJ and Fury, who do you favour in that fight?
I would have 50-50. Two different styles, and it's a matter of determination. The same moment they enter the ring. I mean, those 47 minutes, who is better here and here? Because we know AJ, he is an overthinker. But sometimes an overthinker can overthink something special. We know Tyson Fury is out of thinking and out of discipline as well. But there is a saying that discipline beats class. And in this saying, Anthony Joshua has the advantage because he's disciplined. Tyson Fury is not. But he's more classy.
Well, talking of discipline, I saw you comment on Twitter on Tyson's video when he had a night out. I can't remember what you said, but I think it was a bit of banter in there. You know, you had a bit of a joke. But what did you make of that? You know, Tyson's come out and said since he had a bit of a blowout and he was in the gym the next day.
It's social media. Social media is called to show people from the unrealistic way. So normally, when you look in someone's page on Instagram, you don't find the real person. It means it's fake. So normally people use social media to show something that is not in reality. I think that was the case.
Since Alexander's win, Ukrainian boxing's been crazy. You've got world champions coming left, right, centre, everywhere. I know you work with some of them as well. So what are the plans for some of these champions? And Alexander, I forgot to actually ask him about that. He must be so proud.
Yeah, we wanna... This is our job. Create champions. But when we say create, we don't mean we are doing them with our hands. We are helping, we are giving our experience, our expertise to the kids who have determination, who have a desire to win, and we just work with them, helping them to achieve their goals. Yeah, the same day Berinchik became the WBO champion, and now he is he's supposed to defend the title by the end of the year. We don't know yet where. There are some talks, very interesting talks, that might end up with some very interesting result, but it's too early to talk about it.
Can I maybe drop names in, like, you know, Gervonta Davis and, you know, some of the UK guys?
You just go on the rankings. You check four sanctioning bodies, and top 5, top 7 is something that you can pick up easily. But on the other hand, being a champion, Berinchik is not a young kid. He's 35. And he hasn't got that much time like youngsters 24, 25. He has to be determined, and he has to act fast.
I think that's pretty much it, Alex. Thank you for your time. And is there anything else you want to share with? Because you always have some amazing, not speech, like wisdom. That's, you know, do you understand when I say wisdom? You always leave me with some nice wisdom. I can't remember what you said, but after the fight, whatever you said it was so good. You remember the quote?
No.
If people want to watch the interview we did after the fight, you left an amazing quote.
I don't remember which one was it. Normally it comes as an inspiration. Okay. I'm not keeping it here. If you are doing what you're supposed to do, means completing your natural assignment, the reason why you were born, you are happy. If you are not happy, then you are doing wrong things. Do right things and stay happy.
I knew you'd have something. Thank you very much for your time, Alex Krassyuk.